Electronic shifting may be new to the cycling world, but is really nothing to be afraid of. In fact, we've even had customers with no prior mechanical experience tell us how easy it is to install and tune Shimano's new Di2 systems on their bikes. It's our experience that the trickiest single aspect of Shimano's Di2 system is knowing what components and wires you need to buy to get everything working, and that's what I'd like to talk about today. The constant that all road Di2 systems have are the following components: shifters, an A junction box, a B junction box, a front derailleur, a battery, a rear derailleur, and of course a battery charger to keep your group charged up. Now that we have all of the major parts identified, let's look at how they all connect together and a few of the options you have there. Shimano's second generation DuraAce and Ultegra Di2 groups, DuraAce 9070 and Ultegra 6870, use completely interchangeable parts. So these instructions will work for either one, or any Di2 group that uses Shimano's E-tube wiring system. Let's start at the handlebars. You'll need wires to go from the shifters to junction box A. You have the option of selecting either a 3 or 5 port junction box A. Go for the 5 port box if you plan on adding clip-on aero bars with TT shifters at some point in the future. For everyone else, a 3 port option or the front wire harness will be sufficient. Even if you want the option to add a climbing or sprinter shifter, as these satellite shifters connect to the shift lever hood ports, not junction box A. Next, you'll need a wire to go from junction box A to junction box B. Measure from underneath your stem to the mounting point for junction box B. When selecting wire lengths, remember it is better for the wire to be a little too long than a little too short. For the B junction box, you have two options, either an internal or external option. Your frame's wiring layout will determine which one you need. If you aren't sure or don't want to worry about routing your wires internally, you can always use an external wiring setup on any bike. Coming out of junction box B, you'll have one wire that goes to the battery, one that goes to the front derailleur, and one that goes to the rear derailleur. It doesn't matter which port you use on the junction box. Each of Shimano's Di2 components is smart and will figure that out. Measure the distance between these components in junction box B to find the wire length you need. Let's talk batteries. There are a couple to choose from and a few corresponding mounts for each option. Batteries are made to be either mounted externally or internally. Internally mounted batteries require either a frame or seat post that is specifically made to house the battery. Externally mounted batteries are fixed to riv nuts or braze-ons on the frame, typically the same riv nuts that are used to affix your water bottle cage. If you are mounting the battery on your water bottle bosses, select a long mount so that you can mount both your battery and your water bottle on the same bosses. Some frames have special riv nuts that are installed for the sole purpose of mounting a Di2 battery, usually on the underside of the non-drive side chainstay. If you are mounting your battery in this location, select the short external battery mount. Now that we've covered all the parts you need on a bike, let's talk about a charger. Shimano's battery chargers are specific to the internal and externally mounted batteries. Shimano's BCR1 charger is for externally mounted batteries, while the BCR2 charger is for the internal batteries and simply plugs into junction box A. If you are ordering the BCR1 external charger, keep in mind that Shimano sells the power cord separately in order to better accommodate their worldwide customer base. That's everything you need to get your bike set up with Shimano's incredible Di2 components. Be sure to check out our other videos on how to tune your Di2 derailleurs now that you have a freshly installed group.